Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prashtaya Bhutale Srimate Radhanath Swaminiti Namine. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prashtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirbhisesa Sunyavadi Paschatya Desatarine. Omajnanatymirandasya jnananjana salakaya chakshurunmilitamena tasmai Sri Guruve Namaha. Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitamena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam. Vandeham Sri Guru Shri Utapada Kamalam Sri Guru Vaishnavamscha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sakagana Raghunadhanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaidam Sabadutam Parijana Sakitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sakagana Lalita Sri Visakanvitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanusute Devi Pranamami Haripriye Vansha Kalpatarvyascha Kripa Sindhubhye Vacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Shiva Sadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Isvaraga Paramaha Krishnaga Satchidananda Vigraga Anadi Radhir Govindaga Sarvakarana Karanam. Om Tat Sat. Hare Krishna. By the costless mercy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna, we are nicely studying Bhagavad Gita, the King of Secrets, Raja Guhyam. Krishna is saying many times, this is the most confidential knowledge. Sarva Guhya Tamam. Guhya Uttamam. Rahasyam hi etat Uttamam. Like that Krishna is saying. Why it is the secret knowledge? Because only devotees can understand this Bhagavad Gita. And we are all devotees. That's why we are able to study and understand this Bhagavad Gita. The song of God. And Krishna is teaching this knowledge for our benefit. When he tells Arjuna that I am giving you this knowledge, teaching you this knowledge for your benefit, because you are very dearer to me. Bhuya eva mahabhago sunume paramam vachaha yatteyam priyamanaya vakshyami hitakamya. So, this Paramam Vachaga, the supreme instructions, this Bhagavad Gita, the most confidential knowledge, I am teaching you, Vakshyami, because you are dearer to me and for your benefit I am teaching you. Sarva Gukhyatamam Bhuyaga Sunume Paramam Vachaga. Again, Krishna at the end also, in the 18th chapter, towards the end also, in the 64th sloka, Krishna is again saying the same thing. In the 10th chapter, the very first sloka, Krishna said that, Bhuya eva mahabhago sunume paramam vachaga. Bhuya eva mahabhago sunume paramam vachaga. In the 18th chapter, 64th sloka, Krishna is saying that Sarva Gukhyatamam Bhuyaha Sunume Paramam Vachaga. The same word Sunume Paramam Vachaga is the same line. Sunume Paramam Vachaga. Here in the 10th chapter, first sloka, Krishna says that Yatteham Priyamanaya Vakshyami Hitakamya. Because you are dearer to me, I am explaining you, I am giving you this knowledge for your benefit. There in the 18th chapter, 64 sloka, Krishna is saying that is Ishtoshime Dhritam. So Priyamanaya, so you are dearer to me. Ishtoshime means again, I love you so much. That's what Ishtoshime. Krishna is saying that I love you. That's it. We need to love Krishna. Ishtoshime. So we are dearer to Krishna. Ishtoshime Dhritam iti. Tato Vakshyami te hitam. Again, Tato Vakshyami te hitam. So, here also Krishna is saying that Yattegam Priyamanaya Vakshyami te hitam. Here, Tato Vakshyami te hitam. So, it's basically essentially the same thing Krishna is saying even at the end of Bhagavad Gita also. Then what is he saying there? What is that Paramam Vachaka? What is that supreme instruction? What is that Krishna is saying? So, Krishna is teaching us that it is for our benefit and Krishna loves us so much. And Krishna is giving this knowledge for our benefit. And what is that knowledge? What is that sarva guhyatamam bhuyagam? What is the topmost ultimate secret? That's what he says in the next sloka, in the 18th chapter, 65th sloka. Manmana bhava madbhakto madhyaji mam namaskuru mame vaishyasi satyam te pratijane priyosi me. Always think of me. Manmana, become my devotee. Manmana bhava madbhakto madhyaji, worship me. Offer your obeisances unto me. Mam namaskuru. Manmana bhava madbhakto madhyaji mam namaskuru. Always think of me. Become my devotee. Worship me. Offer your obeisances unto me. What is going to happen if you do all these things? Mam evaisyasi, you will come to me. That's what Krishna is saying. This is truth. Satyam. Satyam te. Pratijana. So I promise you, Priyosime, you are so dearer to me. Priyosime. That's what Krishna is saying. That you are very, very dearer to me. Priyosime. So just you always think of me. Don't forget me. Don't forget me. Become my devotee. Worship me. Offer your obeisances unto me. That is good for you. That's what Krishna is teaching us. That for our benefit. Yategam priyamanaya vakshami te hitam. So for our benefit. So we have to listen to Bhagavad Gita and become a devotee of Krishna. That's what is happened. That's what happens when anyone listens to Bhagavad Gita. He will become a devotee of Krishna. Anyone. So what is our duty? We have to find out those who are interested in studying Bhagavad Gita, who are interested in listening to Krishna's songs. That's what our goal. So find out them and give them this knowledge so they will listen to Krishna's songs. Krishna's supreme instructions, Paramam Vachaka. The topmost supreme instructions. So then they're going to follow. They're going to think of Krishna, like all of us. All of us are doing that. Right now we are doing that. At this point of time, we are remembering only Krishna, nothing else. Only Krishna. So we have to just follow only Bhagavad Gita, only Krishna, nothing else. That is very important. That's why Krishna is saying that you throw away everything else. Everything. Because we don't have time. We have to fully use our time, everything only simply following Krishna's instructions given in Bhagavad Gita, the song of God. So this is the knowledge. That's why Krishna says, Guhyat Guhyataram Maya Sarva Guhyatamam. So it is topmost knowledge, secret of all secrets. Everything is given in Bhagavad Gita. So simply follow Bhagavad Gita, study and understand all the chapters, all the slokas. When we are busy with this, then where is the time for us to think about anything else or listen to anyone else regarding something else? We don't have time. Because we are very busy. We are so busy in serving Krishna, only Bhagavad Gita. So that way, when we stick to Bhagavad Gita, when we just listen to only Krishna from Bhagavad Gita, so then we are making progress. That means we are not losing time. We are connecting ourselves with Krishna. That's why Krishna is saying that you abandon everything else. Mamekam saranam braja. Tameva saranam gacha. Sarva bhavena bharata. That's what is very important. Sarva bhavena bharata means in all respects. Fully surrender unto him. Sarva bhavena bharata. Yomam evam asammodo jnanati purushottamam sasarvavid bhajati mam sarva bhavena bharata. There also Krishna is saying that sarva bhavena bharata. Tameva saranam gacha sarva bhavena bharata. So we have to fully surrender into Krishna in all respects. So we have to render devotional service unto Krishna without any deviation. Avyabhichari. Mam chayo vyabhicharena bhakti yogena sevate sagunan samatityetan Brahma bhuyaya kalpate. So without any deviation, avyabhichari, we have to render devotional service unto Krishna. That's what is very important. That is mam. Mam means to me. Bhakti yogena sevate means render devotional service unto me. Then we are going to be freed from the modes of material nature. Sagunan samati taitan brahma bhuyaya kalpate. We are going to go to Goloka. We are going to go to Krishna. So that's what brahma bhuyaya kalpate. So this Bhagavad Gita knowledge is the secret of all secrets, and only devotees can understand, only Krishna's devotees can understand, only 1 in 1,000 can understand, and we are those devotees of Krishna. That's why we are studying and understanding everything in Bhagavad Gita, and we are enjoying. We know we are struggling in this material world because this material world itself is designed, it is full of struggle only. It is temporary only, because this body is temporary. Even though we are permanent, even though soul is permanent, the soul has neither birth nor death at any point of time. Na jayate mriyate va kadasin. But it is inside the body which has jayate mriyate. So na jayate na mriyate. That is for the soul. Whereas for the body, jayate mriyate. So that is the fact. It has come into existence and it is going to be destroyed. But for the soul, na jayate mriyate va kadasin nayam bhutva bhavita vana bhuyaga. It does not come into being. It will not come into being. It did not come into being. So the soul is never ever is getting created. It is there all the time. So that is our self. We need to understand. We need to realize. We don't have intelligence to understand this very important science, this very important fact, so then we should not call ourselves intelligent at all. All this IQ level, this, that, and all is nonsense, useless. If a person is not able to see, not able to realize that we are the soul. Even Krishna told very clearly to Arjuna in that 2nd chapter, 11th sloka, asochan anvasochastvam, prajnavadamscha bhasase. Prajnavadamscha bhasase. You are speaking like a learned person. Prajnavadamscha bhasase. But you are worrying for no reason. Asochan anvasochastvam. That's what Krishna is saying. So, if we are just focusing only on Bhagavad Gita, if we study and understand only Bhagavad Gita, then we don't have to worry about anything. Because we understand very well that we are the soul, we are not the body. So we have to all the time, 24/7, we need to live in that soul consciousness. So that is Krishna consciousness. So that means we need to follow Krishna's instructions. That's what we are doing right now. In the 6th chapter, we are studying Dhyana Yoga about how to control the mind. The meditation. So everything is Krishna. Krishna is teaching everything in Bhagavad Gita. We don't have to listen to anyone else. No need for anyone to start any different kinds of movements and teach any different types of yogas. There is only one yoga, that is Bhagavad Gita. This Bhagavad Gita itself is known as yoga. That's what we need to understand. This Bhagavad Gita is yoga, and what Krishna is teaching us is yoga, and we just have to follow everything what Krishna is teaching us. So that way, we are extremely fortunate to study only Bhagavad Gita, and we don't need to study anything else other than Srimad Bhagavatam, where we can understand about Krishna's pastimes, because Krishna is teaching in Bhagavad Gita that Janma Karma Cha Me Divyam Yevam Yo Veti Tattvataga Tyaktva Degam Punarjanmanayeti Mameti So. So, If we just understand the transcendental nature of Krishna's appearance and activities, then we are not going to take that here. So to know more about Krishna, we have to definitely, when we find time, we will study Srimad Bhagavatam. We ourselves can plan. Krishna definitely has planned. At some time we will be able to enjoy Srimad Bhagavatam also. But listening to Krishna, understanding this Bhagavad Gita, understanding all the 18 chapters, 700 verses is very, very, very important for us to follow. This is basic. This is fundamentals. We have to become very, very strong in this. Like in any science, if we study, if we don't understand the fundamentals, basics, we cannot apply them. If we don't know what is Newton's laws of mechanics, Newton's laws of motions, we can even apply them. We cannot even solve any problems. If you don't understand the laws of thermodynamics, we cannot even solve any problems dealing with energy. So like that, different laws in different subjects. So the basics, the fundamentals, one has to be very strong. So that way we need to understand from Bhagavad Gita what is yoga, what is yukta, what is Sthita Prajna. So like that, there are so many things. Even Arjuna himself asked Krishna that kim tat brahma, kim adhyatma, kim karma, purushottama, adidaivam cha, kim proktam, adibhutam. So everything, adibhutam, adidaivam. Adiyajnaka kotram, degeshmin madhusudana, prayana kalecha katam nyeyosi niyathatmabi. At the time of death, how to remember you? So like that, Arjuna is asking so many questions. So we need to understand everything what questions asked by Arjuna and the answers given by Krishna, and then become a yogi. So that means follow the instructions given by Krishna in Bhagavad Gita. So that's why Krishna is saying that of all the yogis. So Krishna is saying, Yoginam api sarvesam matgatena antaratmana shraddhavan bhajatte yomam sameyukta tamo matala. So of all the yogis, one who keeps me within himself, matgatena antaratmana, and with faith, shraddhavan, with faith, who renders devotional service unto me, shraddhavan bhajate yomam. So he is sameyukta tamo matala. So I consider him to be the most perfect yogi. So that way, one who is a devotee of Krishna, one who is fully surrenders unto Krishna, he is a yogi. And for our problems, if we do that, then we will not say that we have problems. If we are studying Bhagavad Gita, if we are following Krishna's instructions, if we love Krishna, if we fully depend on Krishna, then we will never ever face any trouble. We will never ever face any challenges or problems. Because everything will be solved, everything will be taken care very well by Krishna. This is the fact. This is every one of us can feel it and experience it. If we take shelter unto this Bhagavad Gita, so then we are under Krishna's protection. So Krishna is completely will be able to take care of us. So by Krishna's causeless mercy, in the sixth chapter of Bhagavad Gita, so we finished three slokas in the 6th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. So this chapter itself is Dhyana Yoga. So Krishna is teaching us about how to meditate. So we just have to follow. Krishna is going to teach us how to sit, how to chant, how to focus our mind on Krishna, how to fix our mind on Krishna, how to control our mind, how to make our mind as our best friend. Everything Krishna is teaching us in a very, very detailed way. Actually, everything is like step-by-step procedure Krishna is giving us in this chapter. So what we have studied until now by Krishna's causeless mercy. So in the 6th chapter, as I mentioned, we finished 3 slokas. In the 2nd sloka, what we see, Krishna is teaching us that Yam sannyasam prahu yogam tam vidhi pandava nahya sannyasta sankalpo yogi bhavati kaschana. What is called as sannyasa is also known as yoga. You understand, you know that what is called as sannyasa is also yoga. So these two things are not different. So yoga here, it refers to karma yoga. So basically, karma yoga means it is doing everything without any attachment to the results. That's what is yoga refers to. So, yam sannyasam iti prahur yogam tam viddhi pandava nahya sannyasta sankalpo yogi bhavati kascham. Asanyasta means without being able to renounce. Renounce what? We already understood in the previous sloka, in the first sloka in the 6th chapter, renouncing the attachment to the results. That's what is anasritaka karma palam. That's what is called sannyasa. So that's what nahi asanyasta sankalpo. So without being able to, without renouncing the attachment to the results, one can never become a yogi. That is na yogi bhavati kaschana. So that's what Krishna is to say. What is called renunciation, you should know to be the same as yoga or linking oneself with the Supreme, O son of Pandu. For one can never become a yogi unless he renounces the desire for sense gratification. Then in the next slokam, what we studied yesterday, Krishna taught us very clearly that Arurukshor yogam karma karanam uchyate yoga dasya tasyaiva shamaka karanam uchyate. So the reason for us to do work, to do our duty, is actually to perform yoga. So that should be the reason we need to act. So for those who are doing this yoga in the beginning, we have to work. We need to prove. We need to prove that we don't have any attachment to the results. How can we prove that? By only working without expecting the results, without getting disturbed by the results. Then only we can prove that we have no attachment to the results. So that way, no one is free. Everyone is forced to act. So that way, we are all forced to act, but we are not forced to get attached to the results. So we should never be attached to the results. So that's why Arurukshir Munir Yogam Karma Karanam Uchyate. So the reason to perform our activities is to actually achieve yoga. Once we achieve yoga, yoga rudasya, then cessation of all the work. Then there is no need for us to work because nothing is forcing us to work. So that's what here. So the reason to stop working is actually that we have achieved yoga. So that should be the reason. Achievement of yoga is the reason, should be the reason to stop working. So until we become a complete perfect yogi, so we are going to understand more and more in the sixth chapter how a yogi behaves. All such things we are going to understand until we reach that destination. So that is Yatha viniyata Krishna yatha dipo nivatasto nengate sopama smrita yogino yata chittasya yunjato yogamatmanaha. So like a lamp in a windless place, it does not waver. So similarly, our mind should not waver at all like a lamp in a windless place. So that means we have achieved yoga. So until then, we have to work. And once we achieve yoga, there should be the reason to stop working. So that's what Krishna is saying. For one who is a neophyte in the Eightfold Yoga system, work is said to be the means. And for one who is already elevated in yoga, cessation of all the material activities is said to be the means. Then in this sloka, next sloka, Krishna is actually explaining what does it mean yoga rudasya. How can we know that we have achieved yoga? So how to find out? How to find out we have achieved yoga? Yoga rudasya. So that's what Krishna is saying that. Yadahi triyarteshu na karma svanu sajjate sarva sankalpa sannyasi yogarudastadochyate yadahi nendriyarteshu. So one who is not attached to the sense objects. So that's why na indriya artesu. Indriya artha means sense objects. So sense gratification. So na karmas anusajjate. One who is not attached to the results of the activities. Who is the completely who has renounced everything. Sarva sankalpa sannyasi. So that's what sarva sankalpa sannyasi. So, yoga rudas tadochati. So, at that time, we can say that he has achieved yoga. Yoga rudas tadochati. So that point of time, we can understand, we can say that he has achieved yoga. So that's why yadahi nendriyateshu na karmashu anusajjate sarva sankalpa sannyasi yoga rudas tadochyate. So what is the meaning? A person is said to be elevated in yoga when, having renounced all material desires, he neither acts for sense gratification nor engages in fruitive activities. So that's going to happen with the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita. When we focus our mind on Krishna, so then we are going to completely forget everything in this material world. We are not going to get attached to anything in this material world. So that happens by Krishna's causeless mercy. It happens. It's a slow and steady process. Sanair, uparame. So it will happen. It takes time. So we just have to very patiently, with the mercy of Krishna, completely depending on Krishna, we have to follow this yoga, study this Bhagavad Gita. Now, we have successfully finished the 4th sloka in the 6th chapter. Now let us chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So which will roughly take about 15 minutes. We'll chant 2 rounds of Hare Krishna Mahamantra, and then we will discuss if any questions are there. Namo Vishnupalaya Krishna Prashtaya Bhutale Srimate Radhanath Swami Niti Namini. Namo Vishnupalaya Krishna Prashtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namini. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesa Sunyavadi Paschatya Desatarini. Umajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshurunmilitamena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shiva Sadi Gaura Bhakta Vrindam. So wherever our mind wanders due to its flickering and unsteady nature, we must withdraw it and bring it back under the control of the self. So that is possible by simply focusing our mind on the transcendental sound vibration. It is going to go here and there, but wherever it goes, bring it back and focus on the sound vibration. So if we become experts in this practice, so then our mind will not go anywhere else. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, 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 Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrindam Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Tulsi Vilasa Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna to all the devotees. I kindly request the devotees to use the Zoom raise hand feature to ask your questions to Guruji. Chitrita Mataji, Aruna Mataji, Hina Mataji, Tapati Mataji, Janavi Mataji, Surya Krishna Prabhu, and Mani Subramani Mataji says, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Hare,
Hare Rama, Rama,
Hare Hare.
There are no questions, Guruji, so far. Thank you, Guruji, for today's class. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Janvi Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
I understood the class, Prabhuji, no doubts.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Sunil Shivas Prabhu, Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Guruji. Dandot Pranam, Guruji. Hare Krishna,
Dandot
Hare Krishna,
Pranam.
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama,
Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna. Pranam, Guruji.
Pranam Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Barka Mataji, Barka Gupta Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Guruji, today I enjoyed Hare Krishna chanting. Before I
Yes.
did not enjoy Hare Krishna chanting, but today how you chant, I also tried to chant and I enjoyed that.
Yes, Mataji. Same speed. If we continue follow, then you will be able to, because then only we can finish 16 rounds every day. So that's why, yes, Mataji. That's very
Guruji,
nice.
I feel that I have learned today chanting.
Krishna will
Very
teach
important.
us everything. Everything happens by Krishna's mercy.
Yes. Hare Krishna, Guruji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Mohanan Prabhu, Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Pranam, Guruji.
Pranam Prabhu, Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Pranam Prabhu.
Thank you so much for the class, Guruji. As usual, it is excellent class, and I really enjoyed, Guruji. And we're really grateful to you making it for this class. Thank you, Guruji. Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Sunita Balaji Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. So, I think you got muted again. So Mataji, you are from which place? Where are you from? Hare Krishna. Sunita Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mysore. I am from Mysore.
Oh, you are from Mysore, so you are there in our WhatsApp group, Mataji. Are you there in our WhatsApp group?
I am in the WhatsApp group.
Okay, Mataji. Then it is nice, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Sonam Chokshi Mataji, Hare Krishna. Sonam Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna. Hare.
Guruji, I have one question. I still don't understand the eightfold yogas that we have understood in the Gita. I mean, one yoga which we know is the different asanas and all, but I don't understand the different yogas that in the Gita ji that they have explained.
Yeah, we really don't have to. Our yoga is in this 6th chapter. I think that eightfold yoga system, what Srila Prabhupada has actually mentioned in the purport, basically in the translation and purport, but that is called Ashtanga Yoga. So what they call so that is actually different postures of our body. So which is like a bodily exercise basically. Yeah. So that's what even in the translation in the purport also. Let me share the screen. Prabhupada is also like in the purport he's sharing the same thing. So basically it's which are more or less bodily exercise. The eightfold yoga system are considered fruitive material activities. So what we have to focus more in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna is going to teach us in the 6th chapter how to control our mind. Krishna is teaching us how our body posture should be there, how to sit, how to do all those things. That we are going to study in the coming slokas. So we just have to, because since Krishna is not teaching those eightfold yoga system in Bhagavad Gita, we don't have to follow that. We don't have to worry about it.
Okay. So, and because what about the Dhyan Yoga, Bhakti Yoga? So that is all part of yoga?
All part of Bhagavad Gita, part of yoga, we need to follow.
Okay. So we will be learning all this in detail in the 2 chapters ahead?
Yes. We the Jnana Yoga is basically in the 2nd chapter we studied at length. So basically there is also known as Jnana Yoga and Sankyanam. In the 2nd chapter, especially the sloka number 11 to 30, the 20 slokas, that is what is the knowledge about the soul. Like we are not the body, we are the soul. That is the Jnana Yoga. So Bhakti Yoga is the 12th chapter. So 12th chapter is Bhakti Yoga. Karma Yoga is the 3rd chapter. So all these things are all yoga. Yoga means connecting with Krishna. That means being equal in both success and failure. So all these things we need to follow. Everything in 18th chapter, 700 slokas, whatever Krishna is teaching us, we need to follow. So that way, we don't have to really now think too much about this eightfold yoga system. Yes, madam.
Okay, but that is but Krishna has told us about this also as a part of yoga. Like we have Gyan Yoga, Dhyan Yoga, Bhakti Yoga. So in that
in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna is not explaining in detail about that in Bhagavad Gita.
Okay.
So in Bhagavad Gita, it is not there. And at this point in this age, we really don't even have time to even do that. If we have to do 16 rounds of chanting every day, if you are able to do that perfectly, then that is the main thing. And other than that, to do for yoga, maybe 10 minutes of Surya Namaskar, if you know how to do that. So that's pranayama, maybe 10 minutes of pranayama. So they are all good for our body, basically to have a very healthy body. So 10 minutes of pranayama, 10 minutes of Surya Namaskar. So such things every day, if you are able to do, that is enough for body.
Okay. Hare Krishna, Guruji. Thank you.
Hare Krishna, Madhani. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Suruchi Gupta Mataji. Hare Krishna. Kulanand Chaudhary. Prabhu, Hare Krishna. Kulanand. Lalita Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
It's a nice class, and thank you for the class, Guruji.
Yes, Mataji. Krishna's mercy, we are continuing. Hare Krishna.
So I'm able to follow whatever you say. It's
Yes,
nice.
Mataji.
Guruji.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna.
Guruji. The session
Hare
was
Krishna,
very
Hare Krishna,
informative.
Mataji.
Thank you so much.
Yes, ma'am.
The session was very interesting, very informative, and thank you
Yes.
so much.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Ganesh Rupa Prabhu, Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Brinda Jaising Mataji, Hare Krishna. Aruna Prakash Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Today I
Hare
felt very happy and divine Krishna's blessings while chanting, Prabhuji. I am
Yes,
very.
yes, Mataji. It's all when we are able to chant like this every day. I think at some point in future we will chant even 8 rounds. That's what I'm thinking. So when we do that, it will be very nice. Yes, Mataji. It will happen. Krishna's mercy, it will happen. Yes, Mataji.
Nice class, Prabhuji.
Thank you,
Thank
Mataji.
you.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Deepesh Prabhu, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji. Thank you for the
Hare
class.
Krishna, Prabhu. Thank you, Prabhu.
I
Hare
don't have any
Krishna.
questions. It's going good, Guruji.
Yes, Prabhu.
Thank you for keeping
Yes,
us in Krishna consciousness.
Krishna's mercy only, Prabhu. Everything. Hare Krishna.
How are you doing, Guruji? Everything good at home?
Everything
family?
Krishna's mercy is going fine. Yes, Prabhu. Yes, Prabhu.
Okay.
It is
Thank you,
Krishna's
Guruji.
mercy.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Brinda Jaising Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
All pranams to you, to Krishna,
Pranam,
for
Mataji.
keeping
Hare
us
Krishna.
in this consciousness all the time. Yes, Guruji.
Yes.
Today's takeaway was again that not to be attached to the results. So, another place where I think you had said not to be attached to the sense objects, because it is our senses which take us to the sense objects.
Yes, Mataji.
Yes.
What did you ask, Mataji?
I think once earlier you said it is our senses which take us to the sense objects.
Mm-hmm.
And our mind has to be not on sense objects, but on Krishna. Like today you said not to depend on the results, not to be attached to the results.
Attached to the results, yes, Mataji.
Yes.
That is
So
correct.
that
Yeah, senses, our mind should be able to control the senses. Otherwise, senses are very strong, they forcibly carry away the mind. Yes, ma'am.
yes. So that control, as you said, you will be now talking in the next few shlokas. The
That
mind
is correct.
control.
In the next totally 32 slokas in the 6th chapter, Krishna is completely teaching us about how to control the mind only, Mataji. Everything
Yes,
about
Guruji.
mind control, dhyana yoga, everything.
Yes. So I think daily we have to keep reading and practicing and remembering, our daily activities. It's not just hearing. I feel a lot of contemplation has to go into it and put it into
We just have to
practice.
follow. We just have to understand every sloka and follow. That's it, Mataji. So then it is all enjoyment, all joy only. Yes, Mataji.
Yes, Guruji. Thank you so much for all your efforts. Thank you, Guruji. Hare
Thank you,
Krishna.
Mataji. Hare
Hare
Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare
Mataji. Hare Rama. Hare Krishna. Bala Reddy Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hari Bol,
Hari
Prabhuji.
Bol, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Hare.
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram,
Hare Rama,
Hare Ram,
Hare Rama,
Ram
Rama
Ram,
Rama, Hare Hare
Prabhuji, I got a doubt.
Yes,
While I was reading the preface of that Bhagavad Gita as it is said Bhagavad Gita have all the answers, but the answers are not clarified to me. So what are the answers available? If you could explain, that would be very great. It was since the beginning I was having doubt.
everything we want to, any question you have, we have answer from Bhagavad Gita, Prabhu. That's what. Any question you can ask. Only thing you should be able to find out the right sloka. But anything, any sincere question we ask, Bhagavad Gita has got the answer. Who am I? Like, what should be the goal of our life, and how to control the restless mind. So everything related to the soul, everything Bhagavad Gita. That's why Krishna is saying that Jnanam te aham sa vijnanam idam vakshyami aseshataka. In the 7th chapter, 2nd sloka, I'm explaining both theoretical and experimental knowledge completely, fully, aseshataka. Yajnatva neka bhuyo anyadi jnatavyam avasisari. If you know this, then there is nothing else is there for you to know. So that way, if you know the entire Bhagavad Gita, you will not have any questions. Everything is answered. Like at the end, Arjuna told Krishna that I have no more questions. I understood everything. So that way, if we understand this Bhagavad Gita, then everything what we need is there, Prabhu. That's it. Anything other than that is not needed actually for us. As Krishna says that, Etat jnanam iti proktam ajnanam yatato anyata. So whatever I have said just now is jnana, knowledge. Anything other than this is ignorance. That's it. So whatever we need, it is there in Bhagavad Gita, Prabhu.
Okay, Guruji. Hari Bol,
Only
Guruji.
thing we need to study. Yes, Prabhu. We keep studying, understanding, we will get the complete knowledge. No doubt, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Lisa Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Mataji. Hare
Thank
Krishna.
you for today's class, Guruji.
Yes, Mataji.
Thank you for all your efforts for keeping us in Krishna consciousness. Thank you,
Yes,
Guru.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna. Palaniyappan Prabhu, Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Hare.
Hare Hare.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Rama
Rama, Hare. So today's class also, as everybody said, was very, very interesting, and we learned anyway, expecting that another 10 slokas you are telling that is totally
We are going to
explained.
understand a lot of things. Yes, Prabhu. Yes, Prabhu. Krishna is teaching everything.
So thank you.
They enjoy every day. Yes, Prabhu. Yes, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna. Ranjit Padi.
Thank you.
Prabhu, Hare Krishna, Ranjit Padi. Vishnuvardhana Rao Prabhu, Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare.
Krishna.
Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare.
Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Namaste, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Asmika Sinha, and thanks for joining. If you're able to unmute, you can introduce yourself. We just finished our Bhagavad Gita, and the recording will be sent in our WhatsApp group, YouTube recording, which you can go through it. And if you have any questions, if you want to talk, you can unmute. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Asmika Sinha. Hare Krishna.
हरे कृष्ण गुरु जी, मैं
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
कर रही हूँ, तो मुझे थोड़ा
So
सा
you are joining
ये
today for
कहीं
the
कहीं दिक्कत
What did you tell Mataji? Your voice is breaking. Can you repeat? Hare
प्रभु जी
Krishna,
जिस
Mataji.
एरिया से मैं अभी गुजर रही हूँ थोड़ा सा सिग्नल की प्रॉब्लम है. यस यस मैं ऑफिस जा करके मैं आपसे बात करती हूँ. यहाँ ना आवाज ब्रेक हो रही है.
Okay. You can follow our YouTube. So which city? Where are you, Mataji? Which city you are in? Hare Krishna. Maybe I think you got muted. Hare Krishna, Mataji. Which city you are in? You are from?
Delhi.
Delhi. Okay, Mataji. Hare Krishna, Mataji. I will add you in the Delhi group also. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Jeena Sandeep. Prabhu, Hare Krishna, Jeena Sandeep. We just finished our Bhagavad Gita, and maybe you can introduce yourself if you are able to unmute now. Hare Krishna. We will send the recordings of our today's Bhagavad Gita will be in the YouTube channel. Recording will be sent it in our WhatsApp group. Hare Krishna. Jyoti Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare
Thank you,
Krishna,
Guruji.
Thank you,
Guruji, daily for keeping us in Krishna consciousness and
Yes, Mataji.
making to learn the new thing daily.
Yes. Every time when we study, Krishna is revealing more.
Yes, Guruji, same. I am feeling like that. And walking on the same path for the longer time, that makes a lot of difference. I felt that.
Yes. Ours is a very unique Bhagavad Gita class that every day we are able to continue studying one shloka. So that way we are connected with Krishna every day. Yes, Mataji.
Yes, Guruji. Thank you, Guruji.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna, Mataji. Hare Rama, Hare Krishna. Sumati Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji. Thank you very much for the class and for teaching us the Raja Vidya as you tell.
Yes, Mataji.
And it's very nice to listen to the class again in the morning in Margari Masam. Yes, this month also is so much.
Masana
Krishna says he's Margashirsha.
Yeah,
Yes.
Krishna is here of all the months.
So
I am
even
the
more
Margaret.
important. Yes.
Yes, Mataji.
Ripavai, the meaning, Guruji. Then when we listen to the explanation, I did not know that there was so much behind that also, behind the Tirupavai songs, which is of all Krishna's Leelas are explained in that.
And explain.
Also the, yes. So it is so much more nicer now.
With the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita.
All the months are like that. Yes, with the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, it's making a difference this time.
It makes a difference.
So
yes,
thank you, Guruji, for keeping us.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hello. Hare Krishna, your voice was breaking in between, Guruji.
Yeah, now it's okay, Mataji. Now everything is fine.
Now it's clearer. Yes.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Guruji. Thank you for the
Mataji.
class.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Mataji. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Mahendra Shukla Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare.
Thank you, Guruji.
Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Mani Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Yeah, today class also, the briefing, like a sannyasi corresponding yogi, it is nicely explained. Huh?
Yes, Prabhu.
So we need not to go towards a forest or anywhere to become sannyasi. By Bhagavad Gita learning itself, you become sannyasi and you go into karma yogi posture. So that is the important thing. So many people, they think to away from the worldly life, that is sannyasa. That is not a sannyasa. Krishna has explained very clearly, live in your whatever the world it is destined, and surrender to me. And if you go in a bhakti yoga and karma yogi, then without expectation, without result, leave it to me. So that life itself is the sannyasi. That is what Krishna told us through you.
Yes, Prabhu. Krishna is explaining everything very, very clearly from Bhagavad Gita.
So yesterday my Swadi Nakshatra, I completed my 60 that milestone. Yesterday
Very
we
nice.
had some homa and other puja I conducted. Homa and this thing, Aish Homa, Santi Homa, something like that, in a simple manner at home. So Krishna has gave this much of life. Okay, so it is a bonus. So rest of the life we should devote and surrender
We
to
have to
him.
fully use it in
I'm
Krishna's
thinking.
services, completely utilized.
So
yes,
this prasadam, whatever we are getting it, so that prasadam we have to convert into our own way of a prasadam. When we devote and get into the activity, so that convert into one prasadam. Therefore, the prasadam meaning is without expectation. When you devote to God, God will give you that prasadam. That prasadam also goes in a prasadam way, not enjoying way. So that is also a prasadam.
His prasadam means we are going to go to Goloka. That's what Krishna's prasadam.
Exactly. Now, slowly we recapture each and every word coupled with the directions, where it is leading, what he is telling, what exactly he is expecting from us. Now clarity is coming. Only thing is, in a materialistic life, we are struggling. That struggle need to go away.
It will go away. From Krishna's mercy, everything will be all right. He will take care.
Thank you, Guruji. So please, I need your blessing, all seniors' blessing.
Prabhu,
in this
definitely,
platform.
Prabhu. We are all praying to Krishna, Prabhu. Krishna's mercy. Yes, Prabhu.
Yeah. That blessing is very much important for me to devote 100% to Krishna my rest of my life. That is what is important.
We will do, Prabhu. No doubt. Prabhu. Krishna's mercy is there. Yes, Prabhu.
Thank you, Guruji. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Ram,
Hare Ram, Hare Ram,
Hare Krishna. My special pranam to Palniappan Prabhuji. He is elder to me. I need his Ashirvadam.
Yes,
he is a
Prabhu.
senior citizen right now. I mean, he is elder to us. So if he is there in our conference Zoom call, so
I have already asked him to unmute, but yes, he will unmute. Yes,
yeah. Still he is in Singapore. Maybe he is coming after January 15th.
He's coming on Monday. He's coming on Monday. Palniappan
Monday
Prabhu,
is
Hare
coming.
Krishna Prabhu.
Okay, very good.
Monday I'm coming.
Thank you. I am blessed by listening to your voice. Okay. Before Pongal, I can see you. Before Shankranti time, I can see you. Yeah.
Yes, I'm there. Thank you.
Yeah.
Palniappan Prabhu is already, I have a lot of plans, Mani Prabhu. He's going to come and meet you and Ravichandran Prabhu, and we are going to plan much more. Yes, Bangalore, sir. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare
Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare
Krishna Prabhu, Palniappan Prabhuji, just you bless me wherever you are.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Manoranjan Sagu Prabhu, Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Guruji. Very wonderful class. Really very much important the yoga and different chapters, how they're related. So we should be connected. All these things are connected with only Lord Krishna. The way you approach is very important. So really, Triguna, we should not be affected by Trigunas, and most above, only connect with Lord Krishna will help us to go reach the Golaka. Really wonderfully you have explained. Really, I am very indebted to you, Guruji. It is not by saying is not enough. How the Krishna devotees, the ISKCON devotees, how they are sincerely spreading the message of Gita. We should understand how everything they have dedicated to the spread of message of Gita, and particularly we are indebted to Prabhupada. Otherwise, would not have, the classes would not have been held all over the world. About ISKCON is spreading so much things, and all this, it is for not only Bhagavad Gita and all the scriptures of our Indian culture, how it was been spread. So this is the thing we should learn. So we are nothing. How the devotees, how the sincerely spreading, and to have the right kind of society. That is the main motto, that we are losing, that we are absorbed in, preoccupied with all these sensual gratifications, as you told. So to get released from this bondage, the material, the cessation of material activities, as you told. So this is the only connect with Lord Krishna by different yogas, the karma yoga, the jnana yoga. So all these yogas, it is all ultimately to Lord Krishna. You have nicely injected to our mind every day. So in the morning particularly, because when mind is totally free from all these things and only spiritual knowledge, we are no longer make to and fear to do some wrong things. So really I am indebted to Guruji, and without any affected, you are not affected by anything and only connect to Lord Krishna till your student life, still since your childhood. So we are very fortunate to avail this golden opportunity. So you should not miss at any cost, at any time. And really, very thank you, Guruji. Pranam, Guru Satata, Naman, Naman, Naman.
Hare Krishna. Pranam, pranam. Hare Krishna. Let us listen to Srila Prabhupada's Kirtan now. Hare Krishna.